Minnesota Vikings quarterback Kirky Jerome Ezekiel Cousins has been the whipping boy for Vikings fans and the media for the last couple of years. Well, Vikings fans the last 3 years, the media, I don't know, since Michigan State, probably. The money, he can't win in prime time, And for the bulk of the 3 years that he's been a Viking, they've been right. But this year, not so much. Respect. Kirky boy is balling out, playing like a top 10 quarterback or higher, but the media have not changed their narrative. And we've used this analogy before. Kirk Cousins is like Vikings fans' little brother. We can beat the absolute shit out of him all the time. But if you try to touch one hair on his head, someone's going to get a hurting real bad. And it ain't going to be us. Woo! That's right. So the thing that set me off is... So Chay Graph, the Athletic, tweeted this out. In his latest NFL column, Sheil Kapadia dives into the Vikings' decision to run on 3rd and 8 with 3 minutes left. His thoughts: either trust your $33 million quarterback to convert, or don't pay $33 million for a quarterback who won't pass on a 3rd and 8. So there's a couple things here. Number one, 1,000% this is not a shot at Chad. I like Chad a lot. He's a great reporter, and he's just towing the company line here, promoting other writers' work, blah, blah, blah. Sheil's take here is asinine. It's absolutely asinine, and it just screams of someone who had the storyline written before the game, probably didn't even watch the game, but just like, I can slot that into my narrative that is already pre-written, please. So let's recap the situation. It's 3rd and 8 on the Panthers 33, 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Vikings up 28-20. Carolina has one timeout, so a first down essentially ends the game. And the way that Thielen and Jefferson and Cousins have been playing that day, you feel pretty good about it, right? And so everyone and their mom screaming, throw, throw, throw. But Zimmer and his overarching mandate over Kubiak in the offense, I think we knew what was going to happen, right? And even if you throw and you're incomplete, you're already in range for a 50-yard field goal attempt. And the Vikings end up running Dalvin. They lose 3 yards. They end up punting down to the 4-yard line. And then we know what happened. Sam Darnold happened. But the Vikings don't throw there because Kirk Cousins is not worth his contract. Like, how ass backwards is that? It's like, bro, it's not like you have Cliff Kingsbury or McVay or Andy Reid or Dayball over there. It's Mike effing Zimmer. Like, Zimmer will probably run there with prime Joe Montana, with 2007 Tom Brady. You know that he probably would, because Zimmer probably trusted his defense at the time, or he trusted Dalvin and the Vikings offensive line to get 4 or 5 yards, make that an easier field goal, and that's probably the extent of the thought process. I don't even think it entered to his mind that, hey, Kirk Cousins, he's playing pretty damn well today. He's played pretty damn well all season. I don't trust him. I don't trust him because he's not worth his contract, please. Like, do we just pretend that Kirk didn't throw for 373, 3 touchdowns, and 0 picks on the day against Carolina, and the Vikings put up 571 yards, the 3rd most in team history? And do we act like Kirk didn't lead them down the field in regulation for a game-winning field goal try that Greg Joseph missed? Or in overtime, going 75 yards against one of the best defenses in the NFL in their building and calling game? Does that just not happen? Are you kidding me? Again, that little tidbit, well, they didn't go for it on 3rd and 8 because Kirk Cousins not worth his contract. It just screams ignorance. It's unbelievable, man. It is. And again, this is not a Kirk Cousins apologist at all. Like, look at videos since 2018. It's like, yeah, we call a spade a spade. When Kirk Cousins was a goober and was not earning his money, yeah, we certainly called that out. When his contract was a millstone around the neck of this team, still kind of is to a degree, but he's earning his money now. You're getting what you paid for at this time. You got to call balls and strikes. And the fact that the pendulum still has not swung, even though Kirk Cousins has swung this way, it turns us into white knighting for Kirk Cousins, which I don't know. And I'm sure that the media have baked in resentment for Kirk for reasons, but the media, they get into these grooves of tropes and inertia. It's like, oh, this is what the story's been for the last couple years. People seem to like it. People respond to it. So we'll just keep that going for a long time, right? And then beat that narrative into the ground. It's why the Cowboys are still called America's team. Whew. Bring it on. And even when it ceases to be true, it's like, oh, well, we'll just make it true anyway. Just, okay. All the tired-ass tropes and narratives of Kirk Cousins being a money-grubbing, not-worth-his-contract quarterback, they're going away. They're going away, man. Kirk Cousins is playing the best ball of his career. He's playing elite. And if this Kirk Cousins plays this way the rest of the season, the Vikings interior offensive line gets their ish together. The defense remains solid. And if they can get a kicker who can actually make a kick with less than a minute left in the game, the Vikings are going to be a dangerous, dangerous team. And it's going to be because of Kirk Cousins. So, I don't know. I'm just sick. I know what set me off. I'm just sick of it, man. That's usually how it is. But your thoughts on our thoughts. The Kirk Cousins narratives have to stop. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.